welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Totally didn't oversleep today. That absolutely did not happen. And we are back in Final Fantasy XVI. I was told by some other folks that we're like 80% of the way through this game. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but picking up where we left off last time,
thieving bastards.
That guy's got a potty mouth. We are going to talk with this fella. Let's see what he needs.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles.
So we're gonna fight the bandits now?
They may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
Bandits.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Bandits!
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then
Your sword is looking less realistic, so it must be stronger now. Yeah, it's not even touching the sheath anymore. It just kind of hovers there. Muck derp emote win. What does a derp emote look like? Oh, you have an emote from another channel called You're a Derp? It's cute. Time versus Final Fantasy was called Final Fantasy because it was the last game Square was going to make before they went bankrupt. Yeah, I've heard that story as well, but it's still fun to joke about.
it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Okay. So now we have to protect the north gate from bandits. Is this the north gate? This is the north gate.
Hey, good morning, Muck Kaiju time.
Kaiju time. I hope we get some kaiju time. Good morning. Thank you for the resub, Mr. God. I appreciate you. Grey Fox says, how are the High Elves treating you? Oh, in Total War? It's fine. Yeah, I was playing them last night. Got some pros and cons to them, but overall it's good.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Hi, Bertrand. This guy's casting shields on the others. They got a third wave? The Sultan.
Nice try.
Did not hit its intended target, but it did kill one of them. There we go. There we go. Heck of a command, yeah, point blank. Got him like Gohan getting Cell.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
So they start walking. Uh-oh, it's those two again. They were fighting last time. Shake hands.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Oh, good. They're not fighting this
You
time.
did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold.
Aw.
You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The
Pity.
plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
That's a low bar.
I'll take that as a compliment.
All right. Okay, we have successfully aided Dalimil with its dilemma. Next is aiding Northreach with its dilemma, which is here. Any big plans for Spooktober? Yeah, going to be starting a scary game tonight, actually. We've got a few others lined up.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I had a lot of people send me recommendations yesterday, and I was looking through them on stream to see ones that I wanted to bookmark.
I can't do it.
The Dame! Haven't seen you in a while. That is not the Dame.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Quest accepted. Why we fight? They fight for the Dame! They do it for the pretty ladies.
All left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
Yo, she just came over here to make them feel bad.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Oh, it sounds like the one on the
Not if
left's
we
trying to
don't
give
have
up.
to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
That was...
We need to consider...
Jill clearing her throat. She's like, excuse me.
Is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Talk to the survivors. All right.
My family.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Don't leave me, Paul.
That thing?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
He got
At least we
8.
have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Travel to Moor. Alright.
I assume you have a plan?
Game of Thrones gameplay. If by that you mean they do a lot of talking, but occasionally a city gets blown up, that's accurate.
They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Run like the wind.
Let's go, chicken! We got monsters to fight. There's the ether. Slay the enemies.
Look.
I see them. With me. Over here.
New enemies approach.
Save your strength.
I took out the specters first. They will buff the others. critter now. $52K stagger damage. He gone! Hey Muck, are you gonna try Throne and Liberty? It looks okay. Like, it looks like an alright MMO, but I don't really want to drop everything I'm doing for an alright MMO. So I don't have any hate towards it, but I haven't seen anything to hook me in either. So I might try it later on, but I'm not, like, in a rush to do so.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady.
Oh, he's been promoted.
The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love.
I didn't need convincing. You could count on me, lady.
And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Okay, this is awkward.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Okay.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Alright, so we've got to go tell Otto that we went to the 3 people that contacted us and we helped each of them with their attacks.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
The quest
Luck,
tells
I
me to.
suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Morning, Mucket Chat. Good morning.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since.
Who did
Ultima
rescue
is
him?
driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements.
And you wield all of them.
But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he is Usain.
I never really understand in stories why they do a thing when someone is like curious about their power, they stare at their hand. Like if he had pulled up his hand and made like a little bit of like lightning crackle on one finger and fire on another, and ice on another, I feel like it would have been more like poignant. But the fact that he's just like, I have a hand. And like he just does that from time to time when he questions himself, I'm always like, why? Why that?
It's me. Why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Pause for a second. Shugo says, I know it's a bit late, basically late game now. Are you liking the story so far? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I know your new little of Final Fantasy before going into this. I had heard of things like Ifrit and Bahamut. So basically it kind of seems like every character I was aware of in the franchise is all shoved into this one. But yeah, it's pretty good writing, you know? It's not like the best I've ever seen, but it's certainly not bad either. I would say it's on the pretty good end of the spectrum. Muck, think of it like when Naruto was learning the Rasengan, same kind of concept. Well, Naruto was actually making Rasengans appear in his hand when he was staring at his hand. Clive needs a finger for healing magic. I mean, yeah, he's got Phoenix. Why can't he just be like, oh, here, let me heal you with this?
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua,
You were just coughing up
Bed
blood.
is where you should be bound.
Right?
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree.
I like how he just complimented her while explaining why he's not listening to her instructions in the same sentence.
But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, would he?
I'll look after him.
Oh, wait. This would be really cool to have Joshua meet Lord Byron. Like, hey, uncle, another one of your dead nephews have come back to life. Alright,
Did you see that?
There's 2 green markers over here. The ninjas in Naruto can see their chakra or something, so that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're looking at their hand to watch the chakra spin around.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be fun?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Sure, I'm not doing
Certainly
anything.
try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
So...
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly.
Discipline!
They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Quest accepted. Send the children to the mines. Thieving children go to the mines.
Seems the hideaway has lost its
Blasted
appetite.
book.
Here.
Hey,
you
Molly.
put me in this situation, Clive, you can bloody well get me out of it. I
What?
need a hand with a recipe.
What?
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's...
Stew made from